There's a lot to love about this film. The thrills, the metaphor, the effects, the tone, it's all there. However, I think this is one of those instances where I found myself craving more, craving for the film to go further with its ideas a bit too much. I can't say I felt satisfied by the end of this film, probably due to the fact that it could be seen a mile away so far, in fact, that it's all over the marketing material. Not only that, but the whole third act of this film kind of crawls to its conclusion while simultaneously leaving too many stones unturned. My girlfriend and I were scratching our heads at some of the lore and logic questions the film presents, and while a film leaving lingering questions isn't necessarily a deal breaker, it does add to the feeling of unfulfillment. I do, however, want to give major props to Alison Brie and Dave Franco for their awesome physical performances in this. You could do so much to draw me into a film just by having your characters writhe around on the ground and look grimy and sweaty and really sell the whole this is really happening vibe. And also, being that they're a married couple in real life, one would hope that their chemistry would be electric, and it certainly was, even if they're playing a couple whose chemistry is sort of on the fritz. And to add to that, the way that the director and company are able to keep each horror beat pretty refreshing while admittedly a little repetitive is pretty fun to watch. Pretty much from the hairball and the shower scene all the way to the end, there's a great progression of the body horror. And also on that note, I'm sure someone way smarter than me is already finishing up their dissection of the sudden renaissance of mainstream body horror in cinema and what it says about us as a society. What feels like it starts with the substance really seems like it isn't slowing down anytime soon. Horror in general is in an upswing at the moment. And while it isn't a genre that I sought out for a large portion of my life, it is fascinating to step back and intellectualize in a broader context. Anyway, the tone of this film is oscillating between that this is really happening vibe to it's okay to not take this super seriously in the blink of an eye. Franco and Brie were really honing in on their comedic chops in certain parts of this film without straying too far from the core tone. One more ding on the movie, in my view, was that the dialogue, especially in the beginning before they moved to their house, was painfully cheesy and hard to ignore. And to add to that, the sense of scope in this film seems so minor that I found myself wanting more characters. There are really only three characters in this whole movie, and that sense of the story being so minuscule started to feel like sitting in a restaurant, being halfway through the meal and being told that they're sold out of all the desserts on the menu. Like, okay, I guess I'll just keep enjoying the meal, but I was looking forward to the chocolate mousse. All in all, this was fun. A great date night movie for some, not so much. And it features a concept that can make up for a lot of the pitfalls of the horror genre or of this film specifically.